Hey guys, I'm here with Inquisitor number 3. Not like my third character, but the third video in the 1 to 10 series. We're going to kick this video off with a quest, followed by a quest, followed by a lot of empty space. So here we go.
I have need of you, young one. Whatever errand your master sent you on can wait until we are through.
As you say.
I am Inquisitor Urinth, and I represent the intelligence operations of the Sith. We are currently holding an important Jedi prisoner, a spy who attempted to reach this academy. We have plans for him. Upon capture, we found the Jedi's mind simple to manipulate. We fed him false memories through a combination of drugs and sorcery. Soon he will return to his Jedi commanders and report the lies we fed him. He will know nothing of what we've done. All that remains is to stage his escape.
Look no further. I'm your Sith.
Good. I'm pleased that you appreciate our project. You are young enough, new enough, to be a plausible traitor. You will go to the Jedi, talk to him, do as he asks, earn his trust. When that is done, set him free. Do whatever is necessary to get him out of prison. We will ensure that he reaches his ship and returns safely to his Jedi friends.
Consider it done.
You will find the Jedi Quarian Dorgis in the jail cells. He is still confused, and should not be overly difficult to convince.
Quest number 1 done. Now let's get quest number 2 from Mr. Sith Pureblood Jerk behind me over here. So, number 2, here we go.
So, yet another acolyte stands in the shadow of our academy. You must consider yourself privileged. Tell me, alien, have you seen much of our civilization so far? Have you been awed by this world's power and glory?
All I've seen is dust and tombs. Not very impressive.
Then you have not been blinded by your master's claims. Korriban was wrought by the true-blooded Sith millennia ago. Our ancestors, a crimson race of conquerors, raised the statues around us. Over the eons, however, our people mingled with slaves. Now the red markings of true Sith are rare, and the purity of this planet is in question.
I hope you plan to elaborate.
True purity and strength are carried in the blood. I worry that our blood is being diluted over generations. In the Emperor's name, I have come to learn whether the Academy's overseers are Sith or not. You will be my instrument.
Who are you to judge whether Sith are pure or inferior?
As an agent of the Emperor and the Dark Council, I will report to them, and if necessary, seek ways to restore hereditary supremacy. I possess an ancient device, a holocron, that can read and record bloodlines. It will pulse with life near the overseers. Allow the holocron to fulfill its purpose. Stand near the overseers as it attunes to their blood purity. Then return here, and I will learn the truth.
Pompous little Sith pureblood jerk thing. So it looks like that the Inquisitor videos will only go up to number 5. Which is kind of depressing because you're missing out on 2 videos there. But I just, between like all the different running around that I ended up doing on accident, like when I forgot to do the quest back in the other area, because I edited all the running around out, it really cut down on the amount of time that went into these videos. So I also had already done these quests before, even though I forgot in some areas. Oh, you hear that, guys? What does that sound like? What does that sound? Oh, is there something going? Oh! Yeah, that's Datacron number 2 that I found in this area. I heard it when I walked into the room, and I was like, "What was that?" So let's grab this one. I think it's cool that there's 2 in here, in 2 pretty obvious spaces. One in the warrior training room, and one in the Inquisitor training room. So there you go. So I have a quest in this area to scan these people for that stupid Sith pureblood. So I'm going to come over here and do that. And just like the trader quest that was in the second video, I think it was the second video, may have been the first, probably the second. That's the, or actually, yeah, it was probably the second. Anyways, it's the thing where you go into your inventory here, watch, boom, and you go to like your mission items, and you just click on that and scan the guy. So in case you're wondering what you're supposed to do in that room, you're supposed to scan him. And that's just a leveling guide tip thingy for when you go live. Also coming up here, I'm about to go grab another quest. It's like down in the Sith warrior training area. I'm really having a hard time talking tonight, apparently, but I'll get around it. I'll deal with it. So yeah, I'm gonna come down this direction and go down to the right, where the warriors usually go. But when you're down here, make sure that you scan her, because she's part of the scan quest too. So make sure that you scan her before getting the quest. I make the mistake of not doing that, and I end up running all over the place. So let's get her quest she has.
Come here, child. Do you intend to explore the Academy? To know the world that gave birth to the Sith? You should linger here a while. I am Overseer Ragate, a keeper of the old ways. I sense you have potential, and I can help you if you like.
Everyone in the Academy seems to sense my potential.
But you have not yet come into your own. You have power and strength in the Force, but you must be tested beyond the trials your masters have set for you. I administer the rite of blood and bone, a ritual performed beyond this doorway. It is a rite acolytes have participated in for 10,000 years.
I'm sure you were young and pretty back then.
Yes, I am shriveled. I am infirm. Yet I survive. More than most Sith can say. Learn from my example. In the chambers past the gateway, there is a colony of Shyraks, my leather-winged, razor-taloned children and their brood. They guard a mountain of skulls, an altar to the Academy's failures. You must reach the bones before proceeding.
I'm dying of suspense. Really.
Then I will continue. You must claim a skull from the mountain and return to the antechamber. Soak the skull in the blood pool and come to me. Once bone has turned red, I will look and see your nature written in crimson stains. And possibly a glimpse of your future.
Credits would be better.
I deal in ephemeral affairs, not credits. To complete the rite is to accept one's death, to steal one's own mortality. But it is also a trial of power. As are all Sith trials, a trial to test strength and to grant it. I will await you here. If you die, I will forget you.
So this quest is actually quite a good example of what I was talking about in not only previous videos, but in the previous Inquisitor video, where I was talking about how the Inquisitor is quite squishy. Now, when I leveled with Holy, when he leveled up his first Inquisitor, I think he leveled up even a second one. No, I think he only did one. When he leveled up his Inquisitor, I did a Warrior with him. And I did this quest literally no problem. Didn't even get low on HP. Never had any issues. Doing it as an Inquisitor, I had a lot of issues, and I wasn't the only one, because when he did it for the first time as well, he died like 3 or 4 times before I just came in and helped him. It's quite difficult, because these things do a lot of damage to you. I think this quest was intended to be higher level, but I'm not sure. I think the suggestion I would give you is to either do it with a friend that's maybe leveling another Inquisitor or a Warrior. Or the other thing you can do is not get that stupid bug that I just had pop up yet again. No, the other thing you could do is just hope that they nerfed it. I think they may have in the recent build that they put out before the game goes live, or before the beta went down rather. I think they made it so you level up quicker from 1 to 10. So you may be a higher level. You may be already level 7 here. So I'm not sure how it's going to work, but myself specifically, I had a lot of issues. So I'll show you kind of how I dealt with that, and maybe you'll be able to pull it off if you have issues with this quest too. It's not that difficult, but there is like a little boss thing you have to fight, and he does a lot of damage, and if you don't kite him, you're probably gonna die. So my suggestion would be to kite him. Oh, and look at that, the little seethe ability there. It's just like the Darth Maul thing in the the first movie. I almost said second movie, but the first movie when like the wall things are closing in with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, and he was walking back and forth. That's exactly the same animation, so it's pretty cool that they added that. I don't think Darth Maul, however, was an Inquisitor. I think he was definitely a Sith warrior, if we had to classify him. Just a thought, though. No, ooh, that's another thought I just had. Was Obi-Wan a warrior? I think Obi-Wan would be technically a Jedi Knight. And I know that Qui-Gon would technically be a Jedi Knight as well, but would he be more of the consular route? Because he had more of the Force powers. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is that guy was in Taken, and that movie was amazing. Liam Neeson is his name. Yes, it is. That was off the top of my head. That was quite impressive. Usually I have to search IMDb. So yeah, you get the skull from here, and you go into this other room, and you put it in the blood. And when you do that, a big thing spawns and tries to kill you. Naturally, when you put a skull in blood, I mean, that's always what's going to happen, right? Right, so I'm going to do this real quick, after I apparently talked to some people. I did a lot of socializing as the Inquisitor, I found. Oh well. So yeah, you put the... Do you have to go to the mission? Yeah, I think you have to go to the mission tab in your inventory and find it. It may just be in general inventory. Do I find it? No. Yeah, it's in the mission items. And then you use it and boom, pops up a giant crazy thing of doom. And I got to show you my pro kiting skills that I came up with on the spot. Because I knew Holy had an issue with this, so I was thinking like, oh, either they nerfed it or I'm going to have an issue. So I start right off the bat with the whole kiting thing. I stun him, do a little bit of lightning, do one of those, knock him back, hit him with another one of those, slash at him a few times, try not to waste my force powers, hit him with a couple of those, then I think I stun him coming up here. Yep, here comes the whirlwind. Run away, get my range, right? Pop a potion. There we go. Get my health back up, and then I lightning him. Oh yeah, see now he's pretty low on HP, just under half. Knock him back again. Hit him with one of those. Just run. Waiting for cooldowns on instant casts. It's kind of like kiting as a fire mage in Warcraft or something like that. Hit him another with one of those. He's getting really low at this point, so then I'm like, okay, when's my... There we go. Hit him back. Get him with a Force Lightning. Will he go down? Yes, he did. So it's actually quite difficult unless you kite him. So hopefully they nerf him. As a reminder, if you're going to be doing these quests, to scan this woman before leaving. You could either scan her before or after or whatevs, but scan her before leaving this area.
I heard the screams of the Shirax and the rippling of the blood pool. I heard the sounds of death. I know you brought the red-stained skull, and I must say, I am pleased.
That place was awful, even for Korriban. Even for the Academy.
It is what it must be to test the hearts of Sith. The skull you carry, your rage, your actions drowned it with the dark side. It is part of you. I can read it. I can offer a small gift, but more than that, I can offer a glimpse of your destiny. There's much I can read in the bones.
I've had enough of your inane ramblings. I don't need to listen to you mutter about the future.
Then you may leave. Prize what you have accomplished here. You are part of a tradition almost as old as Korriban itself, and you have done well. Goodbye now, young Sith. This lesson is complete.
So, obviously, do I scan her? Nope, I run away because I'm too busy putting on new pants. Yeah. I totally forgot. And actually, yep. Oh, do we go? Oh, will I? It looks like I do. Okay, so I remember.
Leave me be. I have done all I can for you.
No, I don't. No, of course I don't. I just run away. You see, I see it on my map, and I'm like, oh, she's got a quest for me. No, she doesn't. I have to scan her, and I'm thinking at this point, like, oh, it's bugged. I'm just going to run away and go do another quest. But nope, I forgot to scan her. I was so close. I was so close to remembering there. How did I forget that? I don't know. And there's a couple other guys in the general area of Korriban here that you have to go scan as well. you don't have to do them all at once, but now I have to go talk to this prisoned Jedi, so let's have a little word with him in his little cell.
There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. The Jedi Code will guide me.
I take it you're the Jedi who was captured?
I'm Corian Dorgus. I'm a Jedi. Even here. Even on Korriban. Why do you care? Why are you here?
No one should have to suffer like that.
You mean that? A Sith with a conscience. You're here to help me. Why am I talking in circles? What's wrong with me?
The Inquisitors are messing with your mind. They pumped you full of drugs.
I suspected as much. It's so hard to think straight. There's no passion. There's serenity. There's no chaos. There's harmony. The Jedi Code will guide me. I can focus. If you want to help me escape, I'll need my belongings, my lightsaber, my comlink. Before I was captured, the Sith chased me into the tomb of Tulak Horde. I hid my belongings inside an urn to lighten my load. That is where you'll need to go.
Yeah, so his quest is a little weird. To me, it doesn't quite make sense why the Sith would help them in the first place, even if they're playing along. Like, I could see the playing along thing and then, you know, trapping them and following them and all that fun stuff that you would get for doing dark side stuff. But for the light side to actually help them is, it's not very Sith-like. And I said this before, but the Sith are all about getting power, whether they do it in a good or bad manner. Yeah, so it's weird, because usually, right, usually if you were a Sith, you would do whatever it takes to get power, whether you did it as being bad, you know, or being good. And doing that, helping him, doesn't seem like it achieves the goal of getting power. Although it is an interesting choice. Oh, hey, look, I come back and scan her. I could have saved a couple minutes there if I just did it earlier. But, yeah, it doesn't seem like that follows what a Sith would normally do. Yeah, so it's just one of those weird choices that don't quite make sense, but I'm sure in some contrived way do. And I'm sure you may meet up with him later. I think that would be a really interesting story twist if you helped him to begin with, he helps you, but if you, like, on your last quest ever for your Sith Inquisitor, maybe he comes around and he's like, you're the one that spied on me, you jerk, and he tries to kill you. I don't know. Maybe that happens. I haven't played through the story, but if that is, that would be kind of cool. So I'm going to go down here, and you can see on my map there's one guy to scan up here. I think this is the same guy I got the Trader's Quest from. Yes, it is. So you scan them after I'm done talking to people, and then you go down to the southern portion of your map there, back to where the first datacron is. You can actually wait until this point to get that first datacron that I showed you guys, because you have to go right by there anyway, so you might as well wait rather than go and get it when I did. Hopefully you haven't already done the mistake of getting it that early, but like I said, you could just wait until you come this direction. There is a group quest to do, and I get a group for that, and I do it, and it's pretty interesting. So there's that stupid logging out thing. That was a really annoying bug, and I couldn't get rid of it no matter how hard I tried. Like, I would completely redo the game and restart my computer, and it would still do it. And it was either an issue with my IP address just being inactive on their server or something. I don't know. Maybe I crashed earlier before doing my Inquisitor videos, but it was quite annoying. So I'm going to come up over here, and this is when you could normally get the datacron, because there's a guy that you have to scan next to this ship right here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because literally you walk right by the datacron. See, it's off to the left there behind the wall, like right in front of me behind that wall, and you just come over here to the right and scan this guy. So make sure that you wait to get that first datacron until now. You get the 2 in the academy when you go over there for the first time, but just wait. I think there was a binding point I just got. If that's what that was, I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, you scan him, you go back over, and you see on my map there that I have a little green arrow to the south there that will signal me to quite a few quests. And one of them I'm going to pick up in a second here, and it's the group quest that I get in a group for. And you could probably come back and do these quests with Chem Vol once you get your tank. I would suggest, however, just finding a friend or a random person just to go do them. They're not that difficult. They're quite fun, and they give you a lot of experience. It'll ensure that you hit level 10 when coming off the planet. And once you do that, you can get your advanced class, like I've said before, on the Imperial or Republic fleet. So I would suggest doing that.
Come closer, Acolyte. The wind outside has torn my ears to tatters, and my eyes grow strained and bloody in the dark. I've studied this tomb for years, slept on its stones and dreamed of its depths. Now, I need assistance to solve its final mystery.
Really? So are you mad or just obsessed?
Why should my sanity matter to you? This tomb is the final resting place of Tulak Horde. The tomb's maze was built to his precise specifications. But he built his maze to hold more than just his body. He built it to secure his greatest creation, his terrible machine, the Red Engine.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I need you. The machine needs you. The machine was his life's work. A perfect puzzle that hid all his secrets. It was a vault and a library all at once. The scholars in the Academy, they say the Red Engine was never completed. They say it never functioned. But I know how it works, and I know how to fuel it.
You're talking about a machine that's been here for centuries. If it still worked, the Sith would know by now.
A Sith's power comes from passion, not from decades of study and research. This is the only reason I've learned what they will not. Listen now. Anyone can activate the Red Engine, but unless it receives its sacrifice, it will only sputter and die. The machine needs blood and hatred to become fully operational. If a Sith could slay the tomb's beasts in its presence, their deaths would be its fuel. Find the machine within the tomb, work its mechanisms. And when at last it reveals Tulak Horde's secrets, I beg of you, bring me its scripture. Bring me the knowledge I have dreamed of.
So yeah, that's the first 2+ quest. Heroic 2+ quest. Basically, heroic means group quest, if you didn't know that. That's just how they work. And they don't really have like heroic flashpoints or operations. They have nightmare flashpoints and operations, so that's kind of the lingo you're going to have to get used to. But there's a quest over here that I'm going to pick up as well, so let's grab this one. Why don't we? It's off a data pad, I think, too.
Those blasted mining droids were tougher than I thought. I'm not going to make it, but I hope whoever is watching this will honor me. Escaped slaves, stole weapons from the Academy, fled into this tomb. They've reprogrammed the mining droids. Without those droids, the slaves won't survive. Tried to take them down myself. Didn't work out. Destroy enough rogue droids, and the slaves will die. Teach them not to cross the Sith.
Okie dokie, so now until the end of the video there is quite a long section of combat. I get in a group, I do the group quest, and I think I start another group as well for another group quest that this other person had already finished. The first group quest is actually quite difficult. I do it with a warrior, a Sith warrior. I think it was a warrior, but the problem that I ended up having was that that they couldn't take enough damage. Maybe they weren't high enough level, I don't know what it was. But they probably should have had a couple stim packs on them just to help them out a bit. So while we're doing this, a couple cool things that happen. I'm actually recording this on Saturday night. I just got done with Skyrim, I recorded that. I didn't finish the game, of course, but I recorded more Skyrim, so you can expect a couple more episodes throughout the week. And tomorrow's plans are to record some Diablo 3 beta footage with Holy and I. So you'll be able to see that throughout the week on top of the Star Wars content. The other thing is, Holy and I, in order to do Terraria footage, have to recreate our world. So would you like to see us do a whole new world? Not like the song, that would be weird, but like would you like to see us create a new world and do our Let's Play again? Not from the very beginning, obviously, but like kind of going around. Oh, by the way, this, if you get in a group and they're in a different phase, they'll ask you if you want to go there, so that's what I end up doing. I go to their specific phase and I meet up with them. Anyways, so would you like to see us create a new world and go and explore all the new stuff? Or would you like us to continue on the one that we currently have? I don't know if a lot of the features are actually available to our current world, but our plan is to get Terraria, Diablo 3, and I got Skyrim done. So we've got quite a few things different for you guys who may have been watching just the Star Wars stuff. So you can see our usual content type that we got going on. This coming, I think the first episode may go out Tuesday, so there you go. And then we also are planning on getting that beta footage out for Diablo. That won't be a very long series, particularly because most people have already seen all the beta footage, but we'll show like level 10 and up with a couple classes, maybe all of the classes. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. So that's a little bit of news. Also, tonight, the VGAs went on, and Mass Effect 3 apparently won the most anticipated game of 2012, and I completely agree with that. That is definitely my most anticipated game, even over Diablo 3. That's just obvious. That game is amazing. I really can't wait for Mass Effect 3. Also, the studio for BioWare announced a really interesting game that they're working on. Right? They're working apparently on Command & Conquer Generals 2. I was a huge fan of the Generals game, actually. I had Generals and the 0 Hour expansion. It was amazing. It was one of my favorite ones. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. It was one of my favorite ones. But yeah, they're working on Command & Conquer Generals 2. And I think that would be really cool because they're working on it in the Frostbite 2 engine that was the same engine that Battlefield 3 was made in. So the game is going to look really good and hopefully run really well. And I'm excited for it. They didn't really show a whole lot, but it was announced there at the VGAs. Also, another random piece of news that I heard about a week ago. I don't know if this is true or not. It seems like it's from an inside source, and to take it with a grain of salt because it may not be true. But apparently, they may be creating the next Dragon Age game with the Frostbite 2 engine as well. So the game should look amazing in that engine. And apparently, they're fixing a lot of the issues people had with Dragon Age 2, but keeping some of the good things like the really quick combat system. Hopefully, not being so repetitive though. So I'm here in this group with this warrior. A little bit of lag there, but they jumped in. Of course, I get my log out thing. I'm gonna help them out. Now, I think our issue here was they were a bit too aggressive. I think they could have been a little less aggressive than they were, but they were quite aggressive, and I think that's what ends up getting them killed. Spoilers, they end up getting killed here. So basically, for this quest, you have to fight off a few waves of creatures that spawn out of these little corridors. They're not particularly difficult, but our warrior seems to be taking a lot of damage. My suggestion for your group would to probably do it with 3 people just in case, or maybe level up once before coming here. But make sure that you're helping the other person out with getting aggro. Like, I tried to heal myself up there, but I get into combat. And the warrior, I think, makes a bad mistake here. So I CC that guy, right? Knowing that he's the biggest threat, and I try to take out the little guys as soon as possible, because I've done this quest before. I did it with Holy. We had issues as well. And this warrior just should have probably kited the thing at this point, but doesn't. So yeah, there they finally go. They should have kited much earlier, but I have nothing I can use on the creature now, and I used my knockback way too early. I should have been much closer. So they're trying to get away, and now I've got aggro, so now it's like, oh crap, now I got a kite. like that quest earlier from the chick in the academy, so I'm running away. I don't know why my character's backing up. I think that was actually a bug. Actually, I'm sure it was, because I remember reading a fix on it, like the next day. But we ended up taking it down as soon as the warrior goes, yeah, so I res the warrior, of course. So yeah, you see a green item there on the thing. Usually you get a couple pretty nice items out of doing these Heroic 2+ quests, whether it's from the quest reward or from the actual things you're killing, so just a little pro tip there. I think that was heavy armor. No, it might have been light armor, so I think I needed on it. But you have to get this tablet here. Both people have to click on it. It'll put a little check above your head, and that's, oop, I moved. And then that's how you know that that you can loot it. So yeah, we both loot this, and then I end up wanting to do the other Heroic 2+ quest as well. And that's in the next video. You'll see me get a group together for that particular quest line. So I'm gonna run outside here after looting this thing. What is on it? Anyways, it's probably trash. Yeah, just trash. So I'm gonna run outside, get another group together, and in the next video you'll see me do that particular set of quests too. As a reminder, the Inquisitor set of videos is only 5 videos long. So on Monday you will see 4 and 5. This should be out Sunday. Yeah, so expect those two on Monday. I will be going to bed particularly early on Monday, but I'll let you know more about that in the other videos, just because I want to get up at 4 a.m. when the game is released on Tuesday for me and Holy. So that's our goal. As another reminder, on Monday we will have a video out describing what server our guild is on, because Monday is when all the server things on their website are updated to show what server the guilds are on. So we'll know what server we're on. We'll let everybody know. So if you guys want to come quest with us or chill on our server and say hi or whatever, we will be under, I think the handles Holy and Senkiki. I think there should be the 2. We'll see. We'll let you know as we make our characters. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's the end of this video, and we will see you next time.